Okay. Tell me about your children. You had 4, correct?
Yes. Arlene, Merlene, and Kathy.
This might be hard for you, Pansy, but it's just a recording of history. So if it's too hard for you, we don't have to talk about it?
No,
Okay.
I was just thinking how to start.
Well, you know what? I rode the bus with the 3 girls. And Eileen and I had a blast. All the way to school and all the way home. Every day. We sang at the top of our voices because it was probably better the louder we sang. But we had such a good time. And when I visited her in Kabul, it was just like we just hit it right off and just started again. We had so much fun that day. And so I have really pleasant memories of all 3 of the girls. I didn't know Erlene or Merlene very much, but you know, they were always there, so I kind of knew them. But
Well, Arlene, she lived in Springfield with this colored guy. I wasn't married. And she lived up there with him, but she'd come down, every 2 or 3 weeks or so and stay over the weekend.
Mhm.
And she always liked to come and help pick up wallets and things like that, you know.
things that you probably had trouble getting them to do when they were kids, but now it's nostalgia for them.
Yeah. And she always liked to do that. So she was always here.
What did she do for a living, or?
She didn't. She just stayed there with him and took care of,
The house and stuff?
yeah. I don't even remember what he'd done now.
Did you meet him?
Yeah. I'd met him several times. But anyways, when he called up and wanted to know if Erlene was down here with his truck. And we told him no, we hadn't seen her. Hadn't heard from her. And he started in looking.
Heath did?
Yeah.
Started looking here?
No, he went to Springfield
Oh.
and started looking for his mom.
And how old was he?
Well, that was in 2000.
So it's been 16 years ago.
Yeah. And he's 44 now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 45 and stuff.
So his late 20s.
Anyways, he started looking for his mom, and he was more looking for Stephen's truck.
Mm-hmm.
Because he knew when he found it, he'd find her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he found it. And it was at a motel someplace up there. And she had took pills and drinking with it.
Mm-hmm.
And he found her dead.
So why did she go off by herself and do that? Do you think it was suicide, or do you just think she was getting away, or?
He says it was because of him, because of Stephen. I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah, and we'll never know. So.
That was it.
Well, that's sad. That's sad that he had to find her, but I'm glad somebody found her. And
Well, he didn't find her until the cop store had found her.
oh, they had. Okay.
Yeah, they sprang her out when he drove up.
Oh.
And he liked to lost it.
Yeah.
If the least little thing, he's right by my side. If, you know, like if you get choked or anything like that.
He's very protective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more so than any of the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just him. Billy don't come around. Now, Billy's Eileen's.
Eileen's son?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw a picture of him when I visited with her. But you don't ever see him.
No, he don't come around. He came around, must be 20 years ago. He came just a time or two, and then he didn't come no more, and we never hear from him or anything.
Does he live close?
He was living in Mountain Grove. He was taking care of his dad until he passed away, and we didn't even know nothing about Dale passing away until Donald told me out here.
This is Eileen's husband?
It was her husband.
Was her husband. That was her first husband?
Yeah, she was just married once.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know where Billy is now. He didn't come to her funeral. He didn't.
Really?
He didn't come to his grandpa's funeral.
Does he have a drug problem?
I don't know.
I don't know why I thought that, but I was thinking that he did.
I
But I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know that. I'm just.
Well,
asking.
you thought he'd have went to his mom's funeral.
Sure.
He didn't. He didn't come to.
But she was so proud of him. I mean, she was like, show me his picture. She was really proud of him.
I know.
Yeah.
But Merlin took her before Dale passed away. She went down Cabot and she could take her for so long a time. And she took her, she said she wanted to see Billy. So Merlin knew where they lived. I didn't know where they lived, but she did. And she took Eileen up there. And she said that when Billy opened the door, he said, "Oh, it's Mom." And they went in and said Dale wouldn't even speak to her.
That was her ex-husband.
So, and she didn't bring her down here, but she took her to see Billy.
Because that's where she wanted to go.
Yeah.
What about Merlin?
Marlene's like I always was. She's out looking about her cows and stuff. She had to have her hand operated on. She was working out the marathon. This marathon.
And she has like the carpal tunnel, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Something like that.
And she got it. Did she get it fixed? Does it work?
Well, it works, but it don't work like it used to.
Yeah.
And so she came home and she just looks after cows and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Helps him when he bales hay.
Mm-hmm.
She's always out there. They went and cut wood last Saturday and it started raining on them before they got done.
Now, has she got kids?
She's got Don and she's got grandkids.
Oh, them grandkids is what keeps us going.
Now, is this her daughter and then the daughter's kids?
Yeah.
Oh, are they not good looking? Those kids look so happy. They look like great kids.
They are good kids.
They are. They look really good kids.
This little one, this one down here, the least one, it's been about 3-4 years now, but I put money in their Christmas, I gave them a Christmas sack, and then I put money in it. And so he came over and he was leaning against me like this. And he stood there for a long time, didn't say a word, just leaned against me, you know. Pretty soon he started leaving. He said, "I was just giving you a hug."
Oh.
He was 3 or 4. I don't remember which he was now.
Oh.
He's 7 now.
Now, do they live close to here?
They live in Dawson.
Where is Dawson?
It's between your Mountain Grove.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's not too far away.
She teaches at Norwood this year.
Her daughter, Merlene's daughter, teaches
Dawn.
and teaches where at?
Norwood.
Norwood. Didn't you say that's where Randy's
Randy's
mothers live?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Randy Todd. That's where his mom lives.
Everett's wife, ex-wife?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Is he gone too?
Everett is.
Everett?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I knew Laddie and Roy.
They're all gone, but one he doesn't tell I know.
Huh.
Yeah.
And
They're all-
Delano has dementia or something.
Well,
And he lived in Columbia. Him and his last wife did.
Delano's.
Delano's last, him and his last wife lived in Columbia.
so Joe's mother is his first wife.
Joe. Now who's Joe?
Joe's Delano's boy.
Delano's boy. No, this is Everett's boy.
Oh,
Yeah. Randy. That's Everett's boy.
well, I didn't know that. And all of the Dadden girls and all of them's gone. About them. Carlene and
I don't know.
Georgie.
Maxine is.
Maxine and Georgie is, I know. But I don't know about Rosalie and Carlene and
No, I don't either. But Leo, I didn't even know Maxine was gone till the reunion, and Leo was telling me.
huh. Maxine's been gone quite a while.
Maxine and Jean both.
Yeah, Jean was gone longer than Maxine.
Really. That just don't seem possible, you know.
I know. I sit here a lot of times and think about, you know, like little George's kids. Charles and Juanita is
Yeah.
gone. I don't know how many more of them's gone.
I didn't know Charles was.
Yeah, it's in the paper about a year or so, maybe 2 years ago.
Well, my goodness.
So I have some other questions. I have lots of questions.
Oh,
So-
for Bernice, do you know anything about her?
Last time I knew, she was living in California. I don't know where she's living now or not.
I don't know.
So did Uncle Eddie live on the farm any with you all?
Who?
Uncle Eddie? Goldie's brother?
No, he didn't. He lived with Mom.
Oh, he lived with Virgie?
No, Goldie.
Okay.
Well, he lived with Goldie later, but did he live with Goldie when you were growing up?
No, he lived with his mom and dad.
Okay. Until you were out of the house and stuff. Later on.
Yeah,
What did you think of Uncle Eddie?
he was a sweet little guy.
That's what I thought of him too.
Yeah,
Goldie would get so mad at him and hit him and stuff. I hated to see her
would
like that.
threaten to take a hot iron and hold it against him to make him eat all of his food.
Well, I think Goldie, it was very frustrating for Goldie, and I don't think she knew how to handle it. And I think it was
Yeah,
that
I
day
know
after
it
day after day of taking care of him that she never got a break.
yeah.
And I don't
So I
think
don't try
she-
to blame her for it. I think it was just
I don't think she really felt like taking care of him.
no, I think it was a real burden for her. And
And
I'm
it
sure
was-
it was, you know, taking care of Noreen was really hard. It was really hard. I had a sister-in-law that had mental deficiency, and a lot like Uncle Eddie. Actually, would have been more difficult.
You
than
know,
Uncle
Frank
Eddie.
or Charlie should have took him, but their wives probably wouldn't allow it.
Yeah,
Or you know, somebody could have took him part-time. Would have gave Goldie a break.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But day in and day out, it probably was hard. So Kathy, we gotta go back to Kathy.
Well, at one time Kathy was talking, and then she had, they just said virus. I don't know what what was really wrong with her.
Mhm.
But anyways, we took her, well, she was in the hospital. And after that, she just quit talking. She never did talk no more. And,
How old was she
well,
when she quit talking?
I don't know, I'd say 10 maybe.
Mm.
She was 18 when she passed away.
That's what I thought.
Why did they not do some sort of surgery to keep her head from getting larger?
They said it was too late when we took her to Columbia. And they just run doctors in and looked at her and said it was too late to do any surgery.
And I cannot imagine how hard it was for you to take care of her, just physically, not even talking about mentally, just physically. It had to be really hard.
Well, it's patience. That's what you had to have, patience.
I don't have
You
any.
knew you had to do it.
Yeah, you do what you have to do when you have to do it.
She'd sat in a chair there. We had a chair right there. But got a board and put across it before she got sick. Well, she'd feed herself.
Mm-hmm.
But then she got sick. Well, she never did try to feed herself anymore. She didn't talk or nothing.
Did she? Was her mind good after that? I mean, you
Well-
said she didn't talk and feed herself. Did something happen to her thinking that?
I don't know. She just lay on the
Did
floor.
she interact at all with you after that?
No.
Didn't sound like something happened in her. She was either getting pressure on her brain or something that. Yeah, that's sad. Such a lovely little girl. Let's see what your next question is. What was your happiest times in your life?
I don't know. They just were lots of them.
Milking them cows.
And my old barn's gone.
Yeah.
It burnt.
Did you all raise cattle here and you milked them here?
Yeah.
Did you? Did you all have dairy or did you just do that for personal use?
No. We raised Holstein heifers there. We had 10. And we milk them, and this guy would come in an old flatbedded truck and put the cans of milk on the
I
truck.
remember him picking them up at our house or something one time.
Yeah. And he picked them up. Then when we started hulling walnuts, there wasn't no walnut hullers around then. And we had to hull walnuts. And he would put them on the back of that old truck and take them out and grow them and sell them for us.
Oh, good. I can remember us picking up walnuts too.
Yes.
But we had 10 heifers. And them Holstein heifers, when they freshened, we'd go down there. One milk guy, he came one morning before we got through milking, and I was sitting there going like this. He said, "Boy, you're a swell milker." She was giving over a bucket full of milk at the time.
Oh my goodness.
You know, a lot of times things like that were really hard work, but they were fulfilling. And you really like going out there, and even in the winter when the cows are like giving off heat and the smell of the hay and just stuff like that.
The rain dripping off.
Yeah. And so you all had kind of covered this, like talking about some of your neighbors and growing up and being around different neighbors and stuff like that. You kind of covered a lot of that.
Well, I was just thinking the other day, though, of all the houses that was over there that's gone now. You remember the one where Uncle Si lived?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, Dad went to the bottom one day on Tommy, and he came back, and he had Alan sitting behind him on the horse, and Noel Gina sitting in front of him.
Oh,
And he told me, he said, take these boys in and have Goldie to get them some clothes. So I guess they was in their underwear, I don't
no. Oh,
know.
my goodness.
Because their house burnt.
Oh. Well, see, Nora and Uncle Amos lived there at one time.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. I don't remember when they lived there. Yeah.
They must have been about the time I was born.
Must have been.
I was supposed to have been born there.
Yeah. Because Nora and Uncle Amos lived there. Is
But you-
Dorothy May still living, or do you know?
She was over at the reunion
Not
last year.
this year, but she was last year, but
No,
not
she-
this year.
I don't think so. See, we left because Marlene had to go to the funeral.
Yeah, she never did show up this year.
She didn't? Well, I knew she was there last year.
Yeah.
Not everybody can make it every year, so maybe she just didn't.
Yeah, she had, those boys was there,
No.
the college boys, but she wasn't.
I thought they was both gone. Vernon and Lorraine?
Yeah, but these are Lorraine's boys, I think.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
you didn't get to see them. Well, next year I'll introduce you to them. I've just learned them, 'cause they know Phil and they go see Phil a lot.
Oh,
But I just now get more. I know who they are. Good looking boys. They're not boys. They're men.
well, Lorraine's been gone a long time.
Yeah. Vernon's been gone quite a while too.
Yeah. But Dorothy was walking with Walker last year, you know.
Yeah, she was. And living with one of her daughters.
Yeah.
So I just don't
And look at both of you. You both live by yourself.
I never even thought to ask them about her this year. Phil might know.
Well, they might have told you if she was ill or something too.
Yeah. Phil might know if she's still living.
Yeah, I bet he does if they see him.
Yeah.
You'll have to ask. Is there anything you want to add before I turn it off?